Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I've made a mistake already. I do apologise on the Division 1. It's not Division 1, it's actually Division 6. I will get that changed in a jiffy. But welcome to Rush Racing League Division 6 at Belgium. What a division this has been. We are now 5 rounds into this, and it has been very, very exciting, I've got to say. Only 3 points between the top two, as Datura leading the way with 86 points and Edge in P2 with 83. So that rivalry is really starting to form, and there is a long, long way to go in the season. But can anyone cause any problems tonight, or will we have another different winner tonight? But joining me in the comms box, as always, Dynasty Spur in the Mercedes.
How are you, mate?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm very well, mate.
Good man.
Looking forward to this race, so it should be really good.
That's what I like to hear. It's, I think it's going to be a good night. What do you think the weather situation is going to be here?
I'm hoping, personally, being Division 6, so they're still practically learning, hoping for a dry race and a dry quali, so they get used to the track, get used to the corners and everything, because it's going to be interesting to see what setups are chosen here, especially heading into a track like Belgium.
Yeah, we've seen a lot, haven't we, this weekend? We've seen obviously mixed weather conditions. We've seen the toes. We've seen incidents. We've seen some great overtakes. We've seen some very close battling through the bus stop chicane. And also we can't obviously forget Division 2 antics this week, which was very unfortunate. But this has been a very good division. It's been some fantastic drivers in it, and they're going to get better and better throughout the whole season, Dynasty.
Yeah, they certainly are. They're definitely improving from race 1, or even the pre-season race. It was pretty bad, to say the least. And then we went round 1. Round 1 was good. Round 2 it got a bit iffy, but ever since then they've just improved and improved more and more. No one's really no one's impeding in qualifying, which is good to see. And yeah.
Yeah, well, we're just jumping in board now on Q1. Obviously, we've got lovely light clouds, gorgeous weather. We don't know what Belgium's going to do. It could have a little bit of an overcast. There's no dark clouds at the moment, so it looks like it could be a dry Q1. We don't know what Q2 or Q3 has got to have on offer at the moment. We've got Drew Zilla coming around, I think, about to start his lap. So I'll let you take it on.
Party will be the first
Okay,
one.
all right. I'll let
Sick Party will be the first one to finish his lap. So
well, there you go, both Williams. And just a little bit of an insight tonight. Few drivers, a few different drivers tonight. Obviously, Drew Zella reserving for Fade Menace tonight in the Williams. We've then also got Thunder Killer back, but unfortunately does have that quali ban tonight. And then we've also got Brainy switching from a different car this week and making an appearance in the Mercedes tonight. And the full-time driver of Cooper on Sticks as well, which is really, really good to see. He's definitely deserved that position in the Haas. And obviously, Hado was not messing around there. And we've also...
And Terry Tibbs as well.
Yeah, and Terry Tibbs, who I'm trying to find. He's just at the top there in the Aston. Yes, so unfortunately, no Dragon tonight. But... obviously, without putting any down on it, who do you think is going to cause a storm tonight in this race for round 5 Division 6?
To be honest, my hot favourite going into tonight, it has to be a Rock Lobster. We've seen him dominate with a low wing setup before in other tracks, so I wouldn't be surprised if he takes this race by the throat. But yeah, it's really hard to go past half the grid here because they're all pretty evenly paced, and I think any of them can put it on the top step on any given day. As I was just on board of Drew Zilla Killer, he had a big moment in Sector 2 and wiped out his wings, so he will be boxing, I am sure.
Yeah, not the best of starts there, unfortunately. Thank you, chat. Welcome to Division 6 tonight. welcome Toodle, welcome Marzi, welcome the Henchman's Meister, and also Brad as well, and go the Mighty Hats from Sammy Slammers. So really good. Yes, I am on comms, mate. SJU comms us tomorrow. Unfortunately, I can't. I have my mother-in-law's birthday, but I am on standby just in case you do need me to jump on board. But we should be covered for tomorrow night. But tonight we've got Division 6, and I am here with the man in the Merc, Mr. Dynasty Sparrow, which is his division. I am the main man that is running the show tonight, and he is on co-comms and the on-board steward, and he will also be getting you guys to come in for your interviews. Whoever gets eliminated out of Q1 and Q2. Let's jump on board with someone for a flying lap. Let's jump on board with Fish Lips for a flying lap when he gets some. I'm not going to go be biased and jump on Edge because he is your fellow teammate. Bulldog has retired and lost it.
Has retired. He's
So,
lost it into Sector 2.
just jumping on Brainy.
So that's one driver out.
There's one driver. So there you go. You get ready to type that name in. You probably may not want to talk to us due to the incident. We'll have to wait and see there. Oh, as Fish Lips actually goes wide and gets it all wrong there. But Dynasty, I'll let you take it away for a flying lap on Fish Lips in the Ferrari.
Certainly, he's coming up into turn 1. He goes up into 4th, goes down to 3rd, which is absolutely brilliant. Good gear selection there. Starts to use a little bit of that battery. Probably a bit too early to start using that much battery, but we'll wait and see. Goes up a Rouge, gets it really cleanly. This is where a lot of people invalidate. Gets into the DRS zone, sitting at about 60% battery, which he will get back through Sector 2. We have yellows in Sector 2 as well. I think that's an Alpine just getting out the way of the Huss driver. He goes around the chicane, chucks the car into 5th. He almost Tony Hawks that curb. Comes to the hairpin, stays or goes to 3rd. Brilliant. Hugs the corner, which is really good as well. Goes up to 5th. Stays in 5th. This is another place where you can invalidate as well. And this one coming up, staying in 7th. Does he invalidate here? He does not. He keeps it really clean and tidy. This is going to be a really good lap from the man in the Ferrari in Fish Lips. Goes down to 5th gear. Absolutely brilliant. Chucking that car around again. This is, yeah, it's going to be extraordinary pace here. Comes out into the final sector. So this is where you want the most battery. This is where it is basically the difference between getting a really good time and a really bad time, because a lot of people get deploy used up this sector. He is not burning any battery other than the hot lap, but that green bar is getting smaller and smaller as we speak. Will that reach deploy used? It doesn't, so he'll have just enough to cross that line. This will be in the 144s. It will be a 144 free, and Stick Party is on the exact same time. So,
oh, lovely.
That is a drawn lap.
Yeah, drawn
and
with
because
P1.
Stick Party set it first. Yep, Stick Party set it first, so he's the leader.
Yeah, he gets the time.
Now, also, there's only 3 more people to be eliminated because we are missing 1 driver.
Ooh.
And Bulldog crashed out, and Edge gets into the 143s.
Yeah, very good lap there. Very good lap there indeed. Very exciting. And very good lap there. Yeah, it's a great lap there. Great lap there from Edge 43.929. So still an opportunity for these guys to still set in some good times. And we'll have to wait and see. Let's get those viewers up. This is a big division. We normally get high viewers in the 70s. Let's push that in there tonight. We're only on Q1 8 minutes in, and we have got a 43.929 set by, let alone the big heads in the lovely Mercedes garage. They are getting too good for comfort. We need to be putting them down on a pedigree or 2, and we know that Pep is going to have a very big head. He's not going to be able to fit through the door. But we'll have to wait and see what happens, as there's still times to be set. Remember, Thunder Killer does have a quali ban tonight, so he will unfortunately not serve a time, and so does Cyber Butterfly, but unfortunately he is not on the grid tonight.
Realistically, there's only 2 more people to be exiting quali, because Thunder Killer's obviously got that quali ban, Bulldog's out, and there's 1 missing. So as J-Man's about to finish his lap, it looks like he's about to go pole with a 143 here, and it's going to be a low 143. It's going to be a 143.8.
Very good. Well
and
done.
Iraq Lobster is still biding his time in the pits as well.
Yeah, J-Man is
He's
obviously
coming out now.
J-Man's had experience on this track from last night, so he's going to have a rule. He's going to be the favourite here, I reckon, tonight. He's going to be the one to watch out for because he's already done the track and he was very, very quick last night. Obviously, we had a bit of an incident, myself and him, but apart from that, racing very, very well. So it'll be very interesting to see what J-Man can do. And to be honest with you, we go again, and J-Man, unfortunately, does win this race tonight. That is 5 different winners in 5 rounds, which is insane.
Yeah, it's really good to see though. It's just a competitive grid. Same with Division 5 and Division 4 is also pretty competitive as well. There's always different names up on the podium, which is always good to see. Compared to one driver always winning it every week.
Yep.
As we've got China who's on his lap. So he's also another quick driver. This track though is not really not a bad place to have a quali ban though, SJ.
Yeah, going into that turn 1, yeah, you can make up places pretty quick, and then obviously up through Erosion and Radion as well. You can make places up there. A lot of places to overtake here, but if you do make a mistake here, it's curtains. But right, jumping on board with China, as there is still a couple of guys still to set times. China has been quick this season, getting into that full-time seat for kick.
44.
And he actually does, that's quite surprising from China. Only has a 144.831, pushes himself into P11. And we do have Iraq Lobster, who's actually invalidated and got that all wrong there. So interesting to note here. But we are going to jump on board with Iraq Lobster. Here we go. Going into turn 1. Does he ride the curb? No, he doesn't. Keeps away from the curb. Gets a good exit off the curb, onto another curb. Then coming down the hill, getting up to around about gear 7, up to gear 8. Does he get to gear 8 going up the Rouge? Yes, he does. Little bit of acceleration up there on the ERS. Nope, keeping it nice and tight. And then gets onto the DRS. Really burning a little bit ERS. Nope, not burning anything at the moment. Running that hot lap. Now he needs to drop off to the brakes, keep very, very nicely onto the curb, get a good exit, coming out, pull the car to the left, then to the right, hard lock it to the right, get onto the curb there, a little bit wobbly, then coming into the hairpin here, ease into the hairpin, do not touch the curb, it will spin you out. Then coming into No Name here, very nicely, not going too far wide, very lucky not to invalidate there, going to poo on now, and mate, you can make an overtake here, as I did it last night. Feel free to watch the stream in Division 5 and check it out. But we are on board with Datura at the moment for Q1. 4 minutes and 32 seconds to go. He's in Gear 5, got a lot of ERS, but he is wobbly. Doesn't feel confident. He's got to be a 143.803 for pole position. Does do a pink, purple in Sector 2. Now going for the last part. Going to burn every single part of the ERS. Down to 45, down to 35, down to 25. Keep around about that 20% battery. Going into the bus stop chicane. Dropping onto the 100, into the 50. Going a little bit too wide, getting an exit all wrong there. Doesn't spin out on the curb. A little bit slow. Does he do a 44? Puts himself in a P3. We cannot surprise ourselves. Iraq Lobster does have the pace, but that did not seem a very clean lap, Dynasty.
No, it didn't. A few bits that he can probably clean up, but he probably knows that. He's probably going to go one more time. I think anywhere in probably 144.6 is safe, I think. Especially with only 2 more people having to be out of this qualifying.
Yeah, no, it's well, obviously the 2 only in the 43s at the moment. 3 minutes to go, and it's been some very interesting qualifying so far. I was very surprised that he didn't get a invalidation there, to be honest with you. That looked very close to it, especially coming out of No Name. Didn't look confident, but we'll have to wait and see. He's currently at the moment going through into Q2. Situation at the moment at the bottom, Thunderkiller obviously can retire now because he does have that quali ban. Drewzilla on an outlet. Obviously Peanut on an outlet. So Peanut, Drewzilla are the only opportunities to go through. Or do they send Coupon Sticks, Woofer or China down? That's going to be the question there. It's not much, but there's a little bit between them. 48 to a 46 and 46 to a 45. So Drewzilla and Peanut are going to have to improve dramatically to go through into Q2 Dynasty?
Yeah, all three of them. Probably need to. Oh no, Coop just got a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Chevy Wolves, who's way up the track. He's on a lap as well, so yeah. Obviously now he'll be
He's
pushed
gone!
down.
He's gone! He's into the gravel! Oh, he's lost it. Sorry, Dynasty. Completely lost it into the gravel. I'm surprised he's not DNF'd there. That was very lucky. Does he have another opportunity to get round and go again? Is there enough fuel in that car? He's now got to get out the way of every single car. I'm just trying to check the time there. Coupon Sticks has
Oops, has
retired.
crashed.
He's
Or
crashed.
he's retired on track.
I'm just trying to see.
He's retired on track.
Okay, that is definitely going to be looked at by the stewards. That's unfortunate.
That will be. His car is still driving, so
yeah, that's definitely
maybe yeah,
it's a retirement
maybe
on
did
track.
that for the collision with Chevy, but we'll wait and see.
It's a shame, not the debut that you want, unfortunately. Please do not DM me messages when I'm live. Send them to me after. If you've got anything to ask me, send them to me after. Sorry, Darcy, carry on.
So I think everyone pretty well above China is safe, or above Woofer. 145.2. They would need to absolutely set blistering laps here. Peanut's about to finish his, so this will be the make or break. Will he be able to jump Woofer? He will jump Woofer. So he pushes him down one. Can Drew Zilla Killer push down Woofer?
Oh, he's 9-10.
He's running into Second Street bus stop. He'll be absolutely pushing this car to get into the 145s. It should be the 140, no, 146.2. So that will be it.
No, Cooper's out.
He does not have enough battery in that car to get around and set a faster lap.
Oh, there you go.
So I think that is our eliminations for the qualifying.
That is the eliminations. We've lost Drew Zilla, Coupon Sticks, Thunder Killer, and Bulldog. So we will be talking to those guys going into Q2. Woofer just getting through there. 145.259 to Drew Zilla's 146.247. A little bit of a difference there. Moldy Picklets, thank you very much, mate. Welcome to the chat. Give us a follow. Feel free to jump on board the stream. And if you do want to jump into the Discord, get involved in the Discord, mate. Feel free to message in the comments and get amongst your driving, get amongst tonight's action at Belgium. We will be jumping on board with some interviews after quali has finished, but are we going to see an improvement here from David, China, Peanut, Woofer, or Drew Zilla? Doesn't look like Drew Zilla we will be. Woofer is probably going to slow right down. He doesn't need to, but China is on the lap. Was very close there. Might be looked at by the stewards there of Woofer impeding China on a lap. So might want to have a little bit of a note there on that one, Dynasty. But China coming round into the last corner. Does he want to improve on his time? Let's have a look. 36 people tuning in tonight. Let's have a look. China, does he move himself up? Yes, he does. Up into P9. David now coming into the bus stop chicane, who has been on great form lately. Is he one for the championship? We'll have to wait and see. Coming across the line, what's it going to be? Doesn't improve. Stays at 144.806.
He is still through to Q2.
He is.
So that will be it. I'm just checking to see if Drew Zilla. Yep, Drew Zilla's boxing. So that is it from the qualifying. So Woofer scrapes through, and Drew Zilla, Coop, Thunder Killer, Bulldog, and unfortunately, the 20th driver has not shown up tonight, which is unfortunate. But I'm sure we'll get 20 on the grid next week. As I just tagged them for that. Just give me a second.
Okay. So we are going to jump on board with Q2 in a second. We do have just waiting for Dynasty to tag the rest of the guys to jump in. Welcome to Moldy Picklets. I probably said that earlier on, but thank you very much for joining the stream. There are your classification results, ladies and gentlemen. In the top three are J-Man, taking pole position with a 1:45.803. Edge taking a 1:43.9209 or 929, and Iraq Lobster with a 1:44.125. Just noticed there that two of the McLarens going through on medium compound tyres, so really good job there. Chevy Woods very lucky to go through. Could have had a DNF very, very easy there. But eliminations are Drew Zilla, Coupon Sticks, who does have a 5 grid place penalty, Thunderkiller, who did have the quality ban, and Bulldog, unfortunately, who did crash out, which will obviously hear what happened. But I'm only here because of my partner. Awesome. That's good, mate. And who is your partner? Feel free to let us know. Happy to hear about it. But Dynasty, take us away with the first interview of the night.
All right, we will go with Bulldog. Are you there, mate?
Yes, I am.
So walk us through what happened in Sector 2. Did you just lose control of the vehicle into that long left-hander?
No, the reason was I hit one of the McLarens, which I apologise for. And it was like, no, I'm not going to take it because I'm not going to have it from the stewards or admins for me invalidating or hitting a driver. So I decided to just crash into a wall.
Okay. All right. So obviously for the main race, obviously you would be starting toward the back of the pack. Are you looking to make it within the points this week and see how you go? What's the goal for tonight?
I mean, I'm gonna look at I'm gonna look at getting into the points. I mean, the way I put it is like, yes, I know I'm slow. I don't give a fuck. Sorry about the French guys, but I watch all the idiots dive bomb into turn 1.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'll pass you on to SJ and see if he's got any questions for you, mate. And good luck with your race.
Thanks.
Yeah, Bulldog. We don't worry about being slow, mate. End of the day, going into this season, obviously it's a new division, and obviously Division 5 you were in, and it was a struggle. And this division, you're scoring points, and that's what matters. You know, scoring points for your team, learning and getting better at the game, and doing your best, and that's all that we can ask for. I think obviously your probably ambitions are this season is to try and make it through into Q2. I think that's going to be probably high on your list, is it not?
I mean, I've made it through the Q2, I think twice. But the fact is, and I'm gonna say it, we don't have a race engineer at the moment because he's had something that he couldn't join until either 7:15, 8:00. So, and you know my situation, SJ.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, we just wish you all the best. Just take your time, enjoy it out there, try and score some points. Oh, fish lips! There he goes into the wall.
Oh, it's the I've
Loses
just
it.
seen fish lips.
Just actually takes out a sign as well, so he could get a penalty for taking out a breakboard sign. We'll have to wait and see how that's going to go with Ferrari. But
Sorry, I've just seen fish lips do that. Was that the one you were on about?
Yep, that's the one I was on. But anyway, Bulldog, we'll let you go. We wish you all the best in the race. Enjoy it, but take your time.
I mean, I'll try to. No promises.
Good man.
All right. So that was Bulldog. So we'll move over to our quali ban in Thunderkiller. Are you there, mate?
Yeah, how are we?
Good, mate. So obviously you couldn't set a lap because you had a qualifying ban. So what is the goal for you tonight? Are you just trying to stay out of trouble and see how far you get up the grid, or what's the realistic goal for tonight?
Top 8. Try and make
Top
my way
8.
through.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. And Belgium,
pretty quick on this track, so
you're pretty quick. That's good to hear as well. I'm sure your TP would be absolutely thrilled to hear that as well. But yeah, as I said to Bulldog, we wish you the best of luck. I'll pass you over to SJ and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
Thunderkiller, you get top 8 and I'll buy you a bag of sweets.
oh, done. Deal.
I'm trying to make it
Pretty sure
fun.
my little man will love them more than me.
I'm trying to make it fun.
Little man staring.
No, that's all right. That's fine. Honestly, it's very unfortunate, obviously, to get that quali ban. And you probably know the stewards have been very strict this season with a few things going on. But China up into P, into Q2. What's it like having China as your new teammate? We're not going to go too much about him because it is about you. But a great
No,
driver.
it's good.
Obviously, a great teammate to have, and obviously, I don't know if you two are in comms, but Kick Sauber seemed to be on top of it in Division 6. Do you believe?
Yeah, we can be. It's just unfortunate me being working away more.
Mhm.
Me and China work well. We're always in comms. We practice together as well, so it's always easy to tow. Like look at Vegas. We
Mm.
both thought we weren't gonna make Q3, and we ended up being 5th and 6th.
So, what's your plan going into this race? We've seen a mixed strategy here. We've seen softs, we've seen mediums, we've seen hards. Like, what's the aim? Obviously, starting at the back, it's obviously not ideal. But like me and Dynasty did say earlier on in Q1, it's not the worst situation ever because obviously you can watch all the action unfold. Yeah, so what's your plan moving forward from starting at the back tonight?
Be more probably start with the mediums or a hard compound, and
Yep.
just try and work my way out and do the end bits on soft.
And then go for a longer stretch and then get onto the soft. Yep, cool.
Yeah.
You liking the track itself, Belgium? Is it
I
a
love
fan favorite of yours or?
it. It is my favourite track.
Oh, awesome.
I rather drive this track on F1. I drive this track on iRacing. I drive this track in Gran Turismo.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that's great to hear. Unfortunately, that quali ban. But look, good luck in the race, and remember, finish P8. DM me, and I'll get them sweets ordered.
Lolly bags come my way. Yes, thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Talk to you later.
See you, bro.
All right, so that was a Thunder Killer. We'll next move on to Drew Zilla. Are you there, mate?
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me.
Welcome, mate. So obviously not the best of qualifyings, but I believe you'll be starting in P16. If I'm pretty sure you're starting in P16, so not a bad spot to be in. What is your goal for tonight?
Mate, my goal is to finish a clean race, drive steady, slow and steady, stay away from the big pile-ups in the packs on the first few corners, and just sort of steady my way through, and hopefully my strategy does all the talking for me.
Yeah, that's a good point. You always want to just steer clear of trouble. There's always trouble here in Belgium. Unfortunately, people try to probably put their nose where it doesn't really belong and cause massive pileups. So all I can suggest to you is just take your time. It's not one in lap one. It's one in lap two. So, but
Absolutely.
I'll pass you on to SJ and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Drusilla, mate, welcome. Thank you for reserving as well. Give you, heads up for that. Well done. Good to see you get involved. Obviously, standing in for Fade Menace tonight. Yeah. What do you think went wrong in qualifying? It just seemed a little bit off the pace, and we know that this is a long track, and it's very easy to make mistakes, and you can lose time very, very quickly. So, give us a little bit of an insight what happened in quali.
Well, look, on my first run, I ran the softs. I had a bit of a spin on sort of the wide opening corner and sort of hit the outside ripple, put me into a bit of a spin and damaged the front wing. So I had to take it into the pits, and tyres still look good. So I thought, why not? I'll run them again. They were only on about 4% wear, so I took them for another spin. Pace wasn't quite there. Came back into the pits, went again, and I think you sort of. I might have slowed down too much on one corner, which sort of throws off the flow of the mindset and sort of put me into the race. So I sort of just lost a bit of the flow there for a second, but managed to gain a second and a bit on the quali. So bumped me up a position, but not quite high enough to get out of Q3, or Q1. Sorry. So.
Did you believe, from your point of view and others, that the ambition from a lot of these guys, unfortunately, who do keep going out of Q1 each week, is to try and make it into Q2? Is that an ambition for most people, you feel, and yourself, or just obviously having a clean race and try and do as best as you can?
Mate, if I can get a race, if I can make it into the start of the race, I'm pretty pleased. But obviously, it'd be nice to make it out of Q1 and sort of push through the pack and potentially make it up to Q1. But making it into Q2 would be awesome. But look, I'm getting a start. The race is going to start with a car, so it'll all go from there, mate. So let's hope the race does all the talking for me.
Yeah, one more thing. What's Div 6 done for you compared to, obviously, we know that this is obviously the lowest of the divisions and we're trying to get people, into sim racing. Do you believe this is the best place to start?
Absolutely. Look, mate, I've never done a league like this before. I've never had a start on anything like this. A couple of mates, we'd sort of play friendly, but definitely an eye opener being involved with different races, different, I guess, attitudes on the track, different aggressions. I've always driven pretty. I've tried my best to drive clean and sort of stay out of trouble. So, just working towards getting used to a full grid and just sort of working to it and gaining that experience. But yeah, absolutely loved it. Loved every bit of it.
Cool, man. No, I'm glad to have you on board, and obviously performance clauses are coming up, so we may see some changes in some of these teams. We'll have to wait and see what happens. You may get that opportunity, keep practicing, keep at it, and wish you all the best in the race.
I'll be waiting on Tuesday every week. Cheers,
yeah,
guys.
well, get yourself involved in the reserve program as well. That's another opportunity out there to practice, and it helps everyone. And obviously, you get to do Belgium again. So if you didn't do the best you think you did the first time, then you get another crack at it. So always get involved.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Arizona. Take care, mate.
Thanks, mate.
All right, Dynasty. That is everyone,
All right,
mate.
we got to be pretty. No, it's not. It's not.
Ooh,
We've still got one more, so we've got to be pretty quick and short, sharp, and shiny. Yep, we've got Coop on Sticks, who we did see retire on track.
Naughty.
What went wrong there, Coop? Because unfortunately, that is against the rules.
Yeah, I realized that as soon as I did it, everyone just started typing to me, "What the fuck are you doing?" Oh, sorry about that. Like, yeah, what are you doing? You're not meant to do that. I didn't realize, because I've seen actual F1 drivers do it, so I didn't realize that was a rule here. As other leagues, you're able to. So, I'm sorry about that, guys.
That's all right. So, as I said, it'll probably be in the reports anyway. I've just sent Sick Party an invite.
Awesome.
Obviously, I did see you come into contact with Chevy Wolves. Was that you at fault, or was that just an incident that probably could have been avoided during qualifying, or what actually happened?
So I tried moving off to the side, but for Chevy, but then Chevy came up close to me, and I just didn't get far enough to the left, and we just dinked a little, so I got damage.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. But I'll pass you on to SJ and see if you've got any questions for you, mate.
Yeah, Cooper. Obviously, you've done 2 rounds, I think, or maybe 3 rounds in the Merc as a reserve. Now taking into the Haas, not the best way to go on a full debut in the Haas, unfortunately, was it? Was he there?
Yeah, nah, it's not the best. It was just very unfortunate on how that happened and everything.
You have been.
I just got a. Oh.
You right? You carry on. You carry on.
I just got a little too confident and everything, and then all of a sudden Chevy just dinked my front wing a little, and I got damage.
Well, these things happen.
So
these things do happen.
Yeah.
We have seen you've been quite patient in the past, and you've been at the back and you've made yourself up into the points very easy. Is that a plan tonight? You're just going to watch things unfold, even though you are going to have obviously a penalty at the end of the race due to the incident.
Yeah.
So just probably hype.
I mean, I'm starting at the back of the grid anyway right now with the dink.
Well,
that's all right.
We wish you all the best. We're going to have to let you go because we're 1 minute and 55, and we wish you all the best in the race. But we're going to jump back on board with Brainy because he is the last one to do a lap. I'm on board at the moment. He's done a 1:45.802. Can he improve on that time? Yes, he can. Brainy's not going into Q3 at the moment. Brainy is eliminated, Dynasty. He is done and dusted. Looks like we've got an Aston Martin coming into the lovely Sector 3, up into the bus stop chicane. Terry Tibbs, a new driver. Welcome to Rush, welcome to the family, and welcome to the Aston Martin tonight. He is a 1:44.154. Is he going to improve? Are we going to see the
He's starting his lap now.
Are we starting his lap now? Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. He was doing his lap, but he turned it to none halfway through.
There you go.
I think he had a bit of a moment, but we're going to start seeing these times fly in. So you got David on his outlap as well, J-Man, Paul and Hell, Edge, China, and then all the top 4 are staying in the pits. Sick Party is back in the lobby, which is good to see. So that time will probably be safe for him. So hopefully he can take control of that car in the next qualifying.
We hope. We do hope.
Yep, we can only hope.
Iraq Lobster is 1.5 seconds up on his time. Are we going to see the reserve driver of the Aston beat the full-time driver of Datura in that Aston Martin? We'll have to wait and see as Terry Tibbs is on his lap at the moment. Iraq Lobster coming into the bus stop. She came around the final corners. Now going to cross that line. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 43.684. Does not go pole, but pushes himself into P4. We've got a Merc now coming round. And that looks like that is the Edgemeister. No, it's not the Edgemeister. It's
Brainy.
Brainy.
He's improving.
He is improving.
He's
Not
improving
by much.
again, but will it be
Not
enough?
by much. Nope.
Oh, he improved into the 44s.
He is
Into
out.
the 44s.
He has gone burgers. So that is one person eliminated. We're going to jump on board with Terry Tibbs. Is Terry Tibbs going to be able to put Aston through into Q3? He's used all of his deployment. It is used. This is not what you want coming up into the bus stop chicane. You lose so much time. Here we go. Coming into the bus stop chicane. He's into the pits.
He's pulled off.
He's pulled off. Is that enough? It's 6 tenths between him and Paul and Hell. We've still got cars coming down.
No, J-Man's coming.
J-Man is coming.
J-Man's coming. He's going to knock him out.
Oh, he is going to knock him out. It's going to be...
This is going to be a knockout blow for the Aston.
And there you go.
And that is it. Terry Tibbs is eliminated.
Terry Tibbs is out. We're going to go back on board with someone else. Oh, and Iraq Lobster's not going to improve because he's actually invalidated. He's done. We're going to jump on board.
Edge has invalidated as well.
Edge is invalidated. Could Edge be
so
going out?
Edge is on the cusp of getting eliminated.
Paul
if Paul and Hell can improve.
I don't think he has. He's only improved by 1.5
Front of Edge.
No. No, P12.
Cannot, so he's out. And David improves and goes ahead of the other Red Bull. And that is your elimination. The only one who can get out is Woofer. But can he get out of the 45s and push it into the low 43s?
I'll say this
He's
again.
still got a lot of that green bar to use up as well.
Yes. Oh,
he's
lost it at the final corner. Oh, Woofer. Oh, and he's taken out the board as well. Could be a 5 second. We'll have to wait and see. But, Dynasty. Woofer, Brainy, Paul and Hal, David and Terry Tibbs out of Q2. Get those guys in for an interview. But guess again, 2 weeks in a row, Dynasty, the Red Bulls have been eliminated in Q2 again.
Yeah, it's unfortunately not the best place to get eliminated in because you're in mid pack and that's pretty much where all of the incidents occur. But I'll get these guys into the comms box if we can.
So unfortunate for Red Bulls. So unfortunate. They've been very strong with the other driver of Mani AU in Division 5 last night, and who has been jumping up for Division 4 as well. Yeah, really unlucky there for the Red Bulls. But in P1 tonight, for going into Q3 is Thunderballs, or known as Thunderbirds. Sick Party in P2, Fish Lips in P3. Then we've got Terry Tibbs, David, Paul and Hell, Brainy, Woofer, all out, eliminated. And yeah, if you have tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put this in right now. Breaking news. Red Bull. Red Bull out of Q2 for the second.
They're not in a bad spot though. Both right behind each other, or one right in front, one right behind. And they're normally pretty good at just making their way through the pack without incidents. So probably expect them to be within the top 10 this race, especially with how many incidents we've seen in a lot of the other divisions.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
We can get these interviews going because we have a Brainy who is reserving in the Mercedes tonight. How you going, mate?
Thanks, lads. How are we?
Good, mate. How did your Q2 go? You did improve. You got into the 44s, which is good to see. Was that pretty much giving it all, or did you just have a couple moments on the track, or just walk us through Q2?
Yeah, it was unfortunately not an improvement from Q1. I actually thought I did very well in Q1 to get the time I did, and then I just couldn't quite get that clean run in Q2 I was hoping for. I did a very quick debrief there with the team, and I still think it would have been a tall order for me to try and push through into Q3 based on the times that they were setting. But it's a little bit disappointing, but I'm happy to make Q2 this week. I didn't do that last week, so it's a step in the right direction, and gives me a chance to climb up the order now from a position that's not too bad, but not ideal.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's the goal. Just keep trying to improve each week, week in, week out, and see if you can get into Q3 next week. But yeah, obviously reserving in the Mercedes. So you're just hoping to get entrenched in those points. What's your goal for tonight? What position are you looking at?
Any sort of handful of point positions would be fantastic. I think it's just a contribution to the team and helping out as much as possible as well. That's my main goal, just a combination of the two, get as many points as possible and help my teammate. He's looking really good in qualifying. He too probably didn't have the greatest of Q2s, but his Q1 was very strong. So I'll be confident that he can be up there when end of Q3.
That's good to hear, mate. Other than that, I'll pass you on to SJ and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
Good evening, Brainy. Great to see you on the track, mate. Love to have you back in the league, mate. It's been a while, and obviously you're getting better and better. Obviously jumping into the reserve program as well, which is really good to see. Uh, is the plan obviously in the next couple of rounds now? Because I think this is the second race you reserved to get into that Q3.
Yeah, this is the second race I've reserved for this season. So last one being in Bahrain last week for the kick team, and I'm building a pretty good rapport with some of these teams, and it's been great to have a good experience of a Tuesday night to try and get some races. So we'll see what happens. I'm happy to continue reserving for anybody that needs so. If something pops up, I'll try and prove myself to get a full-time seat if one does apply. But for the moment, I'm just happy to contribute and enjoy the racing on the Tuesday and the Thursday nights has been really good.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Are we going to have, for the first time in Russia's history, a reserve driver reserving for every single team throughout the whole season? That would be first in Rush history, because obviously you reserved for the Kicks, you reserved for the Mercs. What team's next? Who do you want to reserve for next, Brainy?
I'm open to reserve anybody that needs a racer. As I said, I've got some good rapport with a couple of team principals now and had some good chats, and sort of opened up to them and said that if you need somebody to fill in, I'll be there. It's been good for me to try and get into these cars though, and just try and get a bit more practice. I feel like this season's really just a great development for me, and if I do get a full-time seat, that'd be fantastic. If I reserve every team, like you mentioned, that'd be fantastic as well. We'll just have to see. But the real goal for me is to try and get better and maybe make a push for next season to try and get a full-time seat and try and be competitive.
We're seeing a return from the Brainy, are we? Are we seeing a return from the Brainy full time? Love to see that. Love to hear it. Going into Belgium, though, how are you feeling? Did you like the track? Is it a fan favourite of yours? Like, what's your thoughts to the track?
It's a crazy ride, that's for sure. It's probably there's a few technical parts that make it a very interesting track to sort of race, but obviously the big long straights is what we come for, and the big battles down the straights. It's yeah, I wouldn't say it has been necessarily my favourite along the way, but it has been an enjoyable track, and I think I've got some results in the past. I can't remember; it's been a while now, but no, looking forward to it, and obviously not the greatest position, but the goal will be just to push as high as possible and some carnage. I don't know if there's any rain. There might be. I'm not sure. I have to wait and see, but that could cause some carnage as well.
Well, wish you all the best, mate, and good luck tonight. And I'm sure you will do your best, as you always do. And good to see that you're racing as well, mate.
Great. Thanks, guys.
No worries, mate. No worries.
Good luck, mate.
Dynasty.
And I
Anyone
believe
else?
we're not going to get anyone else in.
Oh,
No one else has shown up,
Yeah.
but
So, do you want
it's all right.
to talk
Everyone's
about?
starting to set laps.
Do you want to talk about the situation with the Red Bull? What do you think's going wrong there with Q2 at the moment?
Personally, from seeing them race and do qualifying before, they haven't been the quickest drivers to set quick times, but they're conservative. So that's what, like, that. Yes, they haven't gotten through to Q3, but give them the time during the race, and I'm sure they'll put it within the top 10, even the top 8. They both drivers are pretty clean and tidy. They keep out of trouble, and they just try and climb. A lot of the time, they do go the long distance and hope for a safety car, which does work a lot of the time. But yeah, it's not always about qualifying. So I'm sure the Red Bulls do know that. So it'll be interesting to see when the race comes by.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've seen a lot of times that they are very close with each other on the grids when we're going into racing, when we go into the races. So that will be something that will be very interesting to see. I think maybe in the quad A, maybe working together, maybe a little bit more, using that toe, using that little bit of teamwork to see if we can
We're
get
about to
both.
see the toe come into
Yeah.
full effect here as well.
It might do, yeah.
Thunderbolts is backing up for Chevy.
He is, and
So here it goes. We're going to see if it does work.
Oh, definitely. He's got so much speed, but the thing is he going to have too much overspeed going into the corner? We'll jump on board with an OB on board there and look at Chevy Wolves. He hasn't set a time, so don't go too far. But yeah, you can see the OB does push you out a little bit too far over to the left-hand side. But does he have around about 5.5 tenths in that first sector or second sector? That's going to be the question, because you can lose it very, very quickly if you've gained it. Going over to the Red Bulls, though, we have, like we've seen them, they get very, very close on track. Could but just be they need to work together a little bit more in the qualifying stages. Get off that curb, Chevy. Do not touch that curb. You will be going into the wall or spinning it. Keep off those curbs. They are lethal, especially through Pruon and No-Name. But do you believe that that the Red Bulls need to be working a little bit more together in the Q1 area to get into that Q2 or Q3?
So probably working. Yeah, see if one of their drivers can give just a tow, especially up either this straight here that we are on right now, or up the first main straight, to see if they can get that time just to get out of Q2. Even if it's one driver, it's still a good thing. As Chevy pulls off his lap. So very interesting. Maybe he wasn't going to get a good enough time. So, but have they timed this well? Because there's only about a minute before they have to both at least get out that pit. So, and with one of them going in, have they done the same mistake as last week? I believe we saw one getting held up by the other. So they have to wait for both drivers to get in the pits before they can get released again, and then they both have to release. So that might come undone there.
Yeah, I don't know why he hasn't set the time there. At least set a banker. That's all you could have done. But I don't think he's done that because I know that he probably wants to go back out again. And the thing is you've got to be very careful and not leaving it a little bit too late here. 2 minutes to go. You know, you need to be getting out. You need to be setting a time pretty quick. Could we see a little bit of a kerfuffle here from the McLarens not getting out? And obviously, yeah, they're in Q3, which is great. But do not really want to try and be up to the top as much as they can, as Sick Party at the moment is at pole position with a 143.217. But the thing to look at in this moment, Dynasty, the two Ferraris can work together here, and the two McLarens can work together here, and every single other car is on their own. So this is advantage Ferrari and advantage McLaren if they can do it. Now I'm looking at the Chevy Wolves. He's gone out. Thunderbolts
Chevy Wolves is out. Thunderbolts is still in the pit. He's coming out now. He's coming out. So he's probably timed that to perfection. He'd be cutting it very close, but he should get around in time. Even with a cooldown lap, you're looking at about 1 minute 55.
Okay. I'll make a deal with you two. I'll do an Aston Martin if you subscribe. How's that? I'll do an Aston Martin emote if you subscribe. I know there's not one in here, but that's the deal. I will do it if one of you Aston Martin drivers subscribe to the chat or gift a sub, then I will do it. 100%.
He has subscribed.
Has he? Oh,
He has subscribed.
crap.
Zuha. Yep. Where is the
If you
Aston
gift a
Martin
sub,
emoji
there you
in
go,
the
gift
chat?
a sub. As I know that Panic and Marzi are #1 fans for gifting subs, which is fantastic. I love the support. And also Edge as well. And Dido. And you just love your Mercedes emoji, don't you, Dynasty? It just cannot get enough of that.
Yep. And I also love this emote. If I get to it.
Here we go. We're having an emote fun now, guys. Where is the kick one?
The goat emoji, mate.
Yeah, I'm already subscribed, SJ. Well, you have to give out a sub. That's the
So-
deal.
J-Man is on purple sector 1. He is the first one to be completing his lap. The McLarens will get their lap in, so that's a good thing to see. So everyone will get a lap done. So who will come out on top here? Who are you thinking it's going to be, SJ? Will it be Sick Party or will it be someone else?
I haven't got time to put a blooming.
Oh, J-Man goes on the
Whoa,
glass.
he's
He
out.
invalidates.
He's done.
That's
He's
him
going to
done.
finish P8. Looks like it at the moment. I'm just going to jump on board with the Ferraris because it's Peanut who's on an outlap. He's got 26 seconds, so keep an eye on him because he's going to be the one setting a time. Fish Lips, though, if J-Man slows right down, he could get a massive toe off the back of a Haas, which is not what the Haas wants to do. So we'll have to wait and see. This is very uncool. We'll get the emotes done. Don't worry. We'll get the emotes done. Anything that our fans ask for, we'll get it done. I want to see some channel points. I want to see you use those channel points. Dynasty is the only one that has picked round number 1, track 9. So if you've got 100,000 points, use those channel points and pick the tracks for next season. That is one of the biggest things that we've done this season. You guys, the audience, on my days, Fish Lips has gone into the pits, Dynasty. He's called it. He's happy with P2.
He wasn't improving.
Right.
And Sick Party is not improving at the moment, but this all could come down to Sector 3. He's still got a little bit of battery to play with, but can he improve on that time of a 1:43.2, or can we see someone else up there as everyone is coming through Sector 2 as we speak? And J-Man Diego was the first one to take the checkered flag, along with Fish Lips, the second one to take that checkered flag. Sick Party coming around the final corner. Can he improve on his time? It's a 1:41, a 1:42, a 1:43. It will not improve with a 1:43.5. The next one to go by will be the Aston Martin of Iraq Lobster. He'll go into the 1:43s with a 1:43.3. Then we have the White Wolf in the RB. He'll go 1:43.1. That takes pole. Kicks out of China. Will he go? He'll go 1:43.6. The next one will be Edge. He's improving massively on his time. Will he put it into the 1:43s? He will. It'll be 1:43.2. The next one is both McLarens. Chevy Wolves. He'll go a 1:43.8. Thunderbolts is improving massively on a time. What will it be? It will be a 1:43.4, and Peanut is our last driver to set a time. Can he put it on pole? I do not think so. It's already into the 1:44s, and that will be it. That is your order.
Well, wow.
White Wolf
Look at
taking pole.
Look at that. Before we go over the classifications, SJ Major Scale Effort, you will see an Aston Martin. I keep my word, mate. If I see a gift sub on that chat, mate, I will do the Aston Martin emote straight after this stream. You have my word. 100%. But first up, we have got people jumping into the chats, putting the emotes in. Dynasty, take us away with the classification results.
So White Wolf takes the pole here at Belgium, followed by Sick Party and Edge running at the top 3. Iraq Lobster, Fish Lips, Thunderballs, Peanut, China, Chevy Wolves, and J-Man running at the top 10. Thank you, Panic, for the 10 subscriptions, mate. Appreciate it.
Sugar.
And to Sammy the Slammer, Dynasty is a professional gambler. Funny enough, I was really good at poker back in the day.
Well, Panic, as always.
Almost made it to Vegas.
As always, yeah. As always, Panic, massive support there. Links, Shadowbong. Don't even know that he was following our Twitch, but okay. Shredder Bob, Toe Tag, Maria, you, Ale Walshy, Brad 2265, Leo Ohio, From Zoo to Hero, the Henchman, PST Sebi as well. Thank you very much, Panic. Appreciate it. Guys, if you want to get amongst the train, then please get amongst it in the hype train and get your subs in. You've got 4 minutes to go. Let's get those levels up, but feel free to get on board with some action tonight of Division 6. This has been a fantastic quali, and I'm looking very, very forward to see how this is going to go because we have someone else at the front of the grid, Dynasty, which we haven't seen before.
Yeah, he's had the pace throughout the season so far. We just haven't seen him put it all together. So whether it's qualifying, he's at the pace of the race. But now we might see a domination of White Wolf tonight. As I'll let you take it away, SJ.
We've got 5 red lights and we are getting ready to go. And here we go. It's looking very, very dull out there. Fish Lips is gone already, so we've lost him. Hopefully we can get him back. Going into turn 1. Oh, and the RP gets it all wrong.
There's
There is
carnage.
curtains going on. What is going on back there? We've got an incident between Chevy Wolves. We've got an incident between Terry Tibbs, an incident between Bulldog, Cooper on sticks, Brainy, all gone wrong. But at the front, we've got Sick Party in front. Then we've got Edge. Then we've got Iraq Lobster, Thunderballs, White Wolf, Fish Lips, Peanut, China, J-Man, David, Thunderkiller, Woofer, Paul and Hal, Chevy Wolves, Druzilla, Terry Tibbs, Bulldog, Brainy, and Cooper on sticks. What a start that was, but not for the guys at the back. And there you go. White Wolf has gone from P1 to P5 on that one, Dynasty.
Yeah, it's a brilliant start by Edge. Edge going up to P1. I believe that may have been caused by their AI. He's broken a little bit too early and Peanut just hasn't reacted behind him and unfortunately has caused a massive pile up behind us. We have our first safety car virtual. There's been an incident between Bulldog and Coop on sticks with 10 seconds already headed out to Bulldog and he's missing his wing already.
Yeah, not the best.
So Brainy still has a wing from that first incident. Chevy still has it because I saw he was caught up. The Red Bull of Paul and Hell still has his wing, so it's good to see they don't have any damage on that car. And this virtual should be able to probably back everyone back together a little bit, I would say, as no one wants to get a drive through here.
No.
Probably the worst thing to get.
100%. We've got to just want to go on tyre strategy
And
here.
Underkiller, yes, someone said he's already up to P12. David has left the session, so if we get one more leaving, I will be calling the red flag. Just FYI, I will get David in.
Just keep an eye on the moment. We've got 42 people tuning in. We are in a VSC at the moment. We haven't had many safety cars due to the settings. Are we going to have a little bit of carnage tonight in Division 6? We've seen it very early on with the back of the grid. At the moment with Brainy, Bulldog and Coops on sticks. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. Going on at the front there, DRS enabled. Are we going to have a little bit of weather situations there as we are going green? Edge in front at the moment. 47 people tuning in to watch this night. Iraq Lobster goes up into P2 past Sick Party. Great job there already. Sick Party down into P3. Thunderballs down into P4. We'll have to wait and see what White Wolf can do. We know he's got the pace, but he will be very angry at the start of this race because he has gone from P1 to P5 on lap 2 and he will not be happy with that situation at the moment. But we're going on board. Is Edge going to be able to hold off? Oh, he goes very wide in a P1 there. And Iraq Lobster has really pulled him in. And he's going for the move. No, he's not. And Sick Party still staying with them. So it looks like he's got the pace here. Dynasty. Iraq Lobster is going to be very interesting because Edge is making mistakes left, right, and centre at the moment. And we'll have to wait and see what happens. But at the moment...
Bulldog is around. He's gone again. He's good. He's back on track, which is good to see. But yeah, as it stands, Edge leading the pack, followed by Iraq Lobster, Sick Putty, Thunderballs, and White Wolf. So they're all on different tyre strategies. 3 on those soft, 2 on those mediums. But White Wolf has actually dropped out of... Well, at one stage he was dropped out of that 1 second, but he's back into it now.
And we've hit...
Peanut, unfortunately...
David doesn't have control. Quit and try again, David. Unfortunately, you've got the take control glitch. We'll have to wait and see. No, Matty AU, please delete that message. We don't want to hear red flag because it puts the drivers off. We will be the ones that making the decision on a red flag situation there. But it is unfortunate. But see if you can...
That's fine. If you want to stay in, David, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. How you want to do it. But here we go. Edge losing out to Lobster. Lobster goes round the outside. Edge, oh, they've gone together. Oh, he's gone into Thunderballs, and that's going to be a big penalty there for Edge. He's gone for the move there between the Aston Martin, and he's got a little bit of damage. How bad is it for Thunderballs? I think he's lost the front right plates. Yes, he has. That is not gonna be good there for the Mercedes driver of Edge down into P3. Thunderballs is gonna have damage. What does he do here, Dynasty? He's on the medium compound tires. That strategy has gone out the window. How much can he hold that car until he has to pit, or if we see a safety car?
Yeah, that's unfortunate incident. So yeah, that will be heavily looked at straight after the race, I'm sure, by the stewards. Whether there's side pod damage as well for Edge, as now Iraq Lobs and Sick Party are looking to run away with this. That does change up Thunderball's strategy. So whether
damage.
he will be boxing straight away for a new set.
No damage to the Merc.
No damage for the Merc, so he'll probably continue on, but he has lost the DRS, so that losing of the DRS does hurt the car, as we see Thunderballs does continue on. So hoping maybe for a safety car to come out. I'm just clipping this incident, so I'll let you continue with the comms while I do this.
New poll, what octave will Div 6 make SJ go? Sammy Slammer, mate, I don't understand that. Can you repeat that again? Because I can't understand that, mate. New poll, what octave will Div 6 make SJ go? Fastest lap is a 146 there by Terry Tiss. We hit the big 5-0 for tonight's stream. For viewers, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate the support. Get amongst it. Thank you very much for the big subscription, gifting subs there from Panic. Really appreciate it. Team subs, mate, massive. Thank you very much. We've had some serious action going on here. Iraq Lobster has taken the lead now from Sick Party. Sick Party doing a great job at Belgium in that Williams tonight. Thunderballs in P3 actually overtaking Edge with damage. So Thunderballs showing what he's capable of. We're going to go back at the back because it looks like Bulldog has lost it. And just trying to watch around the corner, and he's lost the front left plate. So not having the best of nights, 57 seconds behind. He's going to come right out in the middle of Iraq Lobster if he's not careful. He means, how high will you face go in this race? That's what it's got to be about, man. You've got to have a little bit of enthusiasm. Commentators got to have the enthusiasm. And I love going high in this. That's what it's all about, you know? Getting amongst it. Getting amongst it. Isn't that right, Dynasty? They're taking the mickey out of me, mate. You take over.
That's, yeah. As we see, Bulldog has actually come in the pits and retired. Called it a day. I think that's in the pits. That's not on the straight, is it?
No, it's in the pits.
No, it's definitely in the pits.
Definitely
in the pits. We did see, actually, in another division, someone did retire in the pits and it bring their car back on track. So I'm glad to see that didn't happen. As you see, Woofer and David swapping spots. They're all going to the bus stop. Oh, they were nearly 4 wide at one stage. Brain's right in the back of David. Paul and Hell, sorry. He makes the move on Paul and Hell. Now he's right in the back of David. David's still in AI, though. I believe he cannot take control, which is very unfortunate. Yeah. But we'll go back up to the top as Sick Party and Iraq Lobster have absolutely run away so far. They're 2.2 seconds, and I don't think, with that damage, I don't think Thunderballs will be able to catch them, especially if they're working together for the next 17 laps, SJ.
Sorry, I'm just on board White Wolf, and White Wolf has got the job done on Edge, and Edge is really struggling. So White Wolf, it looks like he's going to be able to pick up the pace here. 83% on the ERS there, on those medium compound tyres. It does look like it's getting a little bit dark. Are we going to see a bit of rain? That would definitely spice things up a minute and change the whole strategy, and that means that Thunderballs will be able to go a long distance. Fish Slips has joined back in, which is really good to see. At the moment, we are continuing, but we'll have to wait and see as Thunderballs is really slow in some of these areas due to that damage of that front wing. We do have a yellow. I am going to jump on board in a second. I'm just going to stay with the on-board.
Oh, that's a quick Sauber. It's Thunder Killer. He's around off the track. He stays off the track. Comes back on. Brilliant rejoin, mate. Well done.
And I'm sorry just to say this, but
no, you're good. You're good. Go.
White Wolf is about to make the move on Thunderballs for that P3 position. He will be very annoyed. Oh no, he doesn't make the move at the moment. He's going to stay behind him, use him, and then go for the move for the next DRS zone, which is coming up very, very soon. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. We've got Thunderballs coming into the corner. He's going to have White Wolf right behind him, 84% against 48%. So Thunderkiller getting a 3-second time penalty. We'll have to wait and see how we go. Going all the way down to the DRS.
Sorry to stop it. We are gonna call red flag here. That's 3 different DCs.
Screenshot the.
I've got it already. We're
Okay.
good to go. We're good to go. So I'll be calling it.
Okay.
I will be tagging the drives now.
Okay, all good. We'll be back very shortly. Unfortunately, lost 3 drivers due to connection issues. We will be back very shortly. It will be a red flag. Please be patient. See you soon. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Due to a red flag, 3 disconnections, unfortunately. So we do red flag it. But we are back, unfortunately. We are down to 1 less driver, unfortunately. But Thunder Killer will be awarded 1 point. And what a qualifying and what a start to the race. That was very unfortunate to get that red flag coming at that point of time there, Dynasty.
Yeah, it was. We also heard that it was actually going to be a dry race, the whole race. So the actual track will be dry. And also we are missing the Alpine of Bulldog as he did retire before the red flag was called. So yeah, so 2 drivers unfortunately out of this race, but we continue on, and the likes of David, who can now take control of his car, and hopefully they all set their do their setups. Because
Yes.
I know I've mistakenly, accidentally clicked the default setup and realised.
Don't press that square button.
Yep. And unfortunately, Thunder Killer will not be receiving the lolly bag, SJ.
No, unfortunately not. Them sweets will not be coming out of the rush money. I know it's such a shame, and I really do feel for him. But what's this game without EA? Hey, 5 red lights, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway. 15 laps around the Belgium Spa circuit, and we are off. So we are going to see a mixture of tyre strategies. Sick Party leading the way going into turn 1. It takes it very nicely done there. Rack Lobster in B2. Nice little battle going on here between White Wolf and Thunderballs. Gets a little bit of a better start than he did in the red flag. Remember, all red flag incidents are now gone, and the only incidents that will be allowed to penalise are the qualifying ones. But we've got action going on all over the place at the moment. Let's go a little bit further down the grid. We've got Sick Party and Iraq Lobster going at it, and Iraq Lobster out in front on those medium compound tyres. Then we've got Sick Party, then Thunderballs, then we've got looks like White Wolf and Edge going at it as well. A little bit of attack there from the Edgemeister. Then we've got Peanuts getting in amongst it. We've got a yellow flag right at the back. Drama
That's
going on.
Terry.
Terry Tibbs has made a mistake. We're going to go back through. We're going to got Peanut. Then we've got J-Man. Then China. Then Woofer. Then Chevy. Then Brainy. Then Fishtips. Then David. Then Poindale. Then Truzel. Then Kickstick. Then Tag Teams. Over to you.
Yeah, so Iraq now has taken the lead. So we've got a span of drivers on mediums and the rest of the grid on those soft tyres. So as we see Peanut and Edge going side by side, but Edge gets the upper hand coming out. But the more they fight into the corners, the more time they will lose to the front 4. But now J-Man's getting involved in the action. He's on those mediums as well. So everyone, all the soft runners are looking to undercut all of those medium runners as Terry Tibbs and Coop on 6 go side by side. There's a bit of contact.
He manages to hold it. He manages to hold it and keep that car.
Potential damage here as well, though.
There is, and there's a bit of battle going on. Whoa! Direct Lobster spins out there, loses positions. That will be an incident involving Sick Party there, so feel free to jot that down, Dynasty. Lap 2, actually lap 1 there, so we'll have to wait and see there.
Yep.
But I'll let you take that on board. We'll probably do the onboards at the end, but Dynasty will be on board Stuart tonight. Thunderbolts taking the lead of this race very closely by Sick Party, who will have the DRS. We'll jump on board a little on board for the viewers of Sick Party's view of Thunderbolts as rear. I don't mean that in a rude term, but he just doesn't seem to have the pace on Thunderbolts at the moment on them soft compound tyres. And Dynasty, he does not want to let Thunderbolts get away from him because he is on the quicker tyre.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Or as White Wolf, I'm just on board with, goes Tony Hawk on that Tony Hawk curve, I like to call it. Getting some style points, grinding that rail. But he has now lost time to Rock Lobster. Can he stay within that second, though? That is the real question. He would need to probably burn to stay with him, as this slipstream up this back straight is very, very powerful.
Yeah.
But we are seeing a gap form up here. Chevy Wolf is 1.1 away from China. So has he got a proper setup on, or has he accidentally clicked apply for the default setting?
I don't know, but Cooper and Terry are going at it again, and this is for points, so this can still be into it.
Oh, there's a Merc off track.
Brainy, he's lost it.
I don't know what has happened there. He's come back on track fine, though. got a big gap behind him, so he's filled in right behind Paul and Hell.
Ooh, we're at
Not sure
Lobster.
if there was contact.
The Rat Lobster and Sick Paddy. The Rat Lobster back into P2 after having that spins. Got past Sick Paddy on those medium compound tyres. Thank you very much for the subscription, Bulldog. 16 months, mate. Love the dedication. Unfortunately, on your night tonight, mate. I do feel for you, but just better luck next time. And let's go again at Portugal next week, which is a big one. I've got to say, remember, get your practice on there because that's 100%. So let's get ready for it. But at the moment, we've got Thunderballs leading the way of this track. Plugger, mate, great. How are you, my friend? 43 people tuning in tonight. Thank you very much. We did have quite a lot more, but unfortunately they've gone. But look at Rack Lobster looking to make the move. Does not get the job done there. Yes, it is Div 3 tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. I will not be with there, but I'll be there in spirit. Dynasty, as I always am.
Yeah, that's also another really good division. I looked after them last season, and they were really good races to watch and commentate. And yeah, now I've moved down to Division 6, which has been pretty good so far this year. Really good battles on track. As Iraq Lobster getting really close to the back end of Thunderbolts. Are we looking to see Iraq Lobster make a move down this back straight, or will he make it a bit earlier than the back straight?
Yeah, he's got some pace.
He will not. He'll stay behind.
He's got some pace. You can see he's got some pace. He's quicker in some areas on the track than Thunderballs, and he is right behind him, flying very closely. This could be a nice little DRS train battle going on here, but these two battle. That brings Sick Party into it as Rat Lobster looking to make the move on the left-hand side, getting onto the grass, going side by side with Thunderballs, dropping that. He's used all of his ERS to get through Thunderballs, and does he understand that there's a DRS zone coming under, and Thunderballs is going to have a lot more DRS, a lot more ERS. Little bit of a silly maneuver there.
Yeah, but Sick Party behind him has 70% compared to the 20 and the 10%. So he'd be looking to make it up of Erouge, but he starts to burn, which is not really the correct decision.
Yep. The Red Lobster's now on 19%, going up a very powerful DRS zone. So how much speed does that McLaren have going down the main straight with the DRS? Let's have a look. 29%. Doesn't need to burn any, but is he going to be able to make the move? As Red Lobster is on 8%.
He will not. He'll put it to none, so he'll stay behind.
He's going to stay behind him. Oh,
smart decision. Oh, Sick Party with a late break.
Ooh, get your emergency brakes on there, ladies and gentlemen. That was so close. That could have been curtains. Edge having a little bit of a wobble. Going to go for a move on Sick Party. No, goes around the outside. Sick Party gives a little bit of room there. Nice little battle between the two guys on soft compound tyres. Only 3 laps in. 4 laps out of 15. Sick Party goes wide. Edge coming on the left-hand side. Going into P1. Is he going to make the move on the right-hand side? Left-hand side. Yes, he does. Into P3.
Does.
Good job there, but Sick Party gets all over the place.
Time.
And look where J-Man's going. That just on track. He's just been able to keep that position. And J-Man gets that position off Sick Party from making that mistake. So J-Man, one to watch out for here.
Yeah, that incident, or not the incident, that overtake has lost them a lot of time to the front too. That was not the correct place to make a move there. I would have just probably stuck behind, because now you've lost DRS, which is a major thing here, and look to see the front two now run away. They'll probably go out to within two seconds up the sector 1, as they are on the better tyres as well.
Yeah, there is a big error there. We'll have to wait and see, as they've got a lot of ERS out in front, 79%, 57%, and Chevy Wills is in the pit, so he's going for the undercut. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. Iraq Lobster leading the way at the moment, 87% on battery. Remember, we have 10 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone from 50% to 35 due to the red flag. Due to our rules and conditions, we'll have to wait and see what happens at the moment. We've only got 3 guys currently in the top 4 on those mediums. We've got 2 guys at the back on those mediums as well. As Chevy does come in, going on to those mediums. So those softs will come off and go on to those mediums as well. So these guys, Thunderballs and Rack Lobster, will be on a quicker tyre of the closing stages of this race. But keep an eye on J-Man. He's shown some serious pace. He showed it last night in Division 4. And Chevy Wolves has got a 3-second amongst the 10 seconds. So it's 13 seconds he is serving currently in this race, which is not what you really want to be. And you do not want to be that far down at the moment, Dynasty.
Yeah, you certainly don't. So he's obviously gone to those mediums, so he'll be undercutting the field right now, but he'll need to just try and create that gap to see if he can pull away from at least to P15 points. with that 13 second of pens, but obviously anything higher would be a bonus for him.
Definitely.
I would say, as Iraq Lobster has dropped Thunderballs here,
Yeah, I've noticed that.
so we're
Yeah.
starting to see a gap form
Yeah,
up.
he's burnt.
2.6 from Edge to Thunderballs, so those soft tires have fallen off a cliff.
He's burning his ERS. He's got 9% going into the bus stop chicane. Thunderbolts has got 32%. Edge has got 54%. J-Man is really managing that
Iraq
ERS.
Lobster hitting off the medium.
4 laps.
Is that the right call?
Oh, who's engineering
That's very
him?
interesting.
Who's
That-
the engineer?
the
The
soft
Aston
tyre-
Martin.
The 35% probably will be cooked by the end. So he will get the undercut, but his tyres will be shot, I would say. So this is
yeah.
probably not a good move here.
No, he is going to be... he's going to come out
Just behind his teammate.
P8.
P8.
P8. And, yeah, this is going to be interesting. So he is actually 15 seconds away from Thunderbolts. So he will take the lead if Thunderbolts pits now. We'll have to wait and see. That's going to be interesting to see how we're going to go. But it's all right saying pitting early, great, but you've got to get through the traffic. And that's the question. As we've seen here, J-Man has got through the traffic. Edge has also decided to pit as well. So there's a few guys, P10, P11, P15, P14, P15 and P16 who will pit. And Druzilla on the hards. Interesting. It's an interesting strap.
And the Aston Martin hands over the position to his teammate. So
there you go.
Good teamwork there.
A little bit of working there. Peanut does get past Sick Party as well. And the Ferraris. Oh, and Terry Tibbs does get a 3-second time penalty. So that's unfortunate at the moment. Chevy Walls up in a P12 as well. Jumped David, jumped Woofer, jumped China, and jumped Brainy. And is 2.3 seconds in front of David at the moment. So that's a good start for the McLaren driver there. Thunderbolt's leading the way, 2.7 seconds in front. But J-Man is really managing that ERS, and we know what he is capable of because he drove this track last night. So we'll have to keep an eye on there. When are we going to see the soft runners come in? We're going to see them come in now. Here you go. Peanuts in, Sick Party's in, Fish Lips is in. Double stack for Ferrari.
That's going to be a double stack. It is going to be a double stack. That'll hold him up a little bit. Goes on the brakes early though, so that may have helped him, but it will be held up just that little bit.
Ooh.
Only a little bit though, so he may still hold that position here. Paul and Hell comes out, so does Fish Lips. Who gets in front? It is Fish Lips in front of the Red Bull.
Watching.
So he's made it work.
Don't cut the pit line.
Has made it work.
Don't cut the pit line.
Oh, someone did. Two of them
Paul
did.
and Hell. Ooh, Paul and Hell has been seen by the onboard steward. Dynasty, that looks like that is your criteria, mate. And Fish Lips gets...
There is yellows in sector 1, by the way.
Cooper sticks.
Coop on sticks.
He's made a mistake. David has to move over from a different direction. Gets past Chevy. Chevy up in a P9. David up in a P8. Good move there by David. But it looks like Paul and Hell will be reported for the crossing the pit line. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Going back up to the top, we've got a battle between Peanut and White Wolf at the moment. White Wolf shown his pace earlier on, who's gone very wide into no name there. And Edge is 8 seconds behind Iraq Lobster. That is a big gap, Dynasty.
Yeah, it is. I think the pit stop here is about 18 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So, as we speak, Iraq Lobster will jump him, but J-Man and Thunderballs will fall right into second and third, just in front of Edge when they do pit.
Yeah, well, the Iraq Lobster is actually 11 seconds away from the leader on them soft compound tyres. Question is, are those softs going to go off before the end of the race? That's going to be the question. And how much more speed is Thunderballs and J-Man going to have on them softs when they come in? As Iraq Lobster does a 1:44.872, quickest time so far. Iraq pitted lap 5 to soft. Those tyres will be dyed before the end. That's what Lamb is saying. We'll have to keep an eye on that. That could really hurt the Aston Martin team there. They've already got a penalty with Terry Tibbs down there in P16. Currently, only 2 guys out of the points, Druzilla and Terry Tibbs. Brainy will get the last point as it stands at the moment. Very interesting to see China all the way down there in P14 as well. Hasn't had the best of starts currently. But interesting battle.
Out of it.
But there's some big gaps. Big gaps. as Chevy Wolves looks to make the move on David for that P8 position. Does he make the move? He's burning some of that ERS back into 28. David up to 40. He's got half more ERS than Chevy. Sorry, then Chevy Wolves actually back on the same now, so saving a little bit of ERS. Sick Party doing a great job. White Wolf doing a great job as well, but the gap between Edge and Iraq Lobster is 9 seconds. So he has got some work to do. But Edge may be on the better tyre strategy for the end of this race, Dynasty.
Yeah, he certainly will be, but the undercut isn't working as effective because both J-Man and Thunderbolts will come out in front of Edge as we speak. Iraq Lobster has got the undercut, but he would need to hold that car for dear life. He'll be in front by about 7 or 8 seconds, but soft tyres, they'll be absolutely cooked at the end. So probably expect the likes of J-Man or Iraq or Thunderbolts to potentially win this race. As we see, J-Man is in a box going to those soft tyres, so he's looking to undercut Thunderballs. So we'll see where he will come out.
Definitely. Prediction is in. Will we see a safety car, ladies and gentlemen?
He'll come out right behind this pack, I reckon. Just in front of the Ferrari of Peanut. Does he stay in the lines? He does stay in the lines. So that's exactly where Thunderbolts will come out in front of Edge, because he was 3 seconds in front of J-Man. There is yellows, and that is Coop on Sticks, who is around.
We've lost it into turn
Those
one.
tyres will be absolutely cooking now, so he'd probably be boxing this lap for a pair of softs, I would say, to go to the end. As we see Woofer and Fish Lips fighting into Sector 1. Fish Lips gets the upper hand with the DRS open, burning his battery. Woofer holding on to his battery as well. Chevy Wolf's just trying to keep it clean, running away, seeing if he can create that 13-second gap to 15th.
Yeah, Toe Tibbs in the P14, Cooper Sticks, no front left plate on that car at the moment. A little bit further up, Woofer and Fish Lips and China all having a nice little bat. Paul and Hell's going to jump in board on that. Chevy Wolves 1.9 seconds behind David in a sandwich, a little bit of a sandwich there with the Ferraris. There's P7 and P10 at the moment, so Peanut's going to have a nice little battle there with J-Man. We've also got White Wolf that's now catching on board with Stick Buddy.
Come in, by the way.
Oh, there we go.
Thunderbolts is going to come in.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to come in.
I reckon. Yep, he's burned his battery, so that is his in lap.
He is.
So Iraq Lobster will take the lead of this race. Sick Party takes P3 from Edge.
5, was it 3, 5? So he's going to have to do. Oh, how quick is Thunderballs? What's it going to be? What's going to be the gap? Iraq Lobster now coming around the corner. Thunderballs a little bit behind. Make sure that you come on that corner nicely. Do not cut that pit lane. Let's go. Keep it nice and tight. Nicely done. Well done. He's going to come out in P2, but he's going to have some serious traffic behind him. And he's going to have Edge. He's going to have Sick Buddy. He's going to have White Wolf. There is a nice 4-way train coming on. And they're going to get very, very close. So Thunderballs is going to have to get those tyres up to temp. And here they come. As you can see them in the background. Thunderballs has got an 8.7 gap to Iraq Lobster to make him 5 laps, Dynasty. Can he do it?
Yeah, I think he can. As long as he doesn't battle with this backpack, they've caught his DRS, so he just needs to try and run away now. Being the soft tyres, they're all within 1 second of him, so as long as he doesn't get pushed by these other guys, he could potentially cash. But Iraq Lobster's tyres still seem alright. He's about 9-second gap, so we'll see how much they will come into effect at about lap 12. It's going to be very interesting ending to this race.
Definitely. Iraq Lobster 9 seconds out in front. Thunderballs 9 seconds behind. Edge is right behind the McLaren. Sick Party is right behind Edge. Does not want to lose him. On a fresher tyre as well. 3 laps to Edge's 4. And White Wolf's 4 laps to Sick Party's 3. But look at the battle he's got. Edge has got Sick Party. Then he's got White Wolf. Then he's got J-Man. And then also Peanut coming into this. And Peanut has had a really good race. He's had a very interesting start to the season. A few mistakes. But this could be some really good points for him and the Ferrari team in P7 at the moment. But I'm seeing that time drop, 8.9. But is it going to drop down big enough? As we see J-Man make a little bit of a mistake. Does not like that turn bus stop chicane there going into that exit. And let's see how we're going into turn 1 as J-Man comes. Peanut's getting very close to the rear of that Haas. You do not want to be going too close into turn 1. It's so easy to make a mistake and go into the wall. But we are going to see a nice little battle here between J-Man and White Wolf. And Peanut is going to have a nice little battle between the back of the Haas as well. 7.5 seconds now between Thunderballs and Iraq Lobster. It's coming down, but is it coming down quick enough? That's the question. As White Wolf goes round on the left, and J-Man tries to stick it on the right, but doesn't get the move done. These two are battling, which is then letting the other guys in front as J-Man goes on the right-hand side, gets the job done. Thank you very much, and so does Peanut. White Wolf has been left hanging there and going a little bit too slow, a little bit too cautious, and Peanut and J-Man have just jumped at that. Peanut looking likely to go for a move on J-Man into Poo on there, but unfortunately doesn't get the job done. Sick Party is now 2 seconds in front of J-Man, so he is in a really good position. We've also got Chevy Wars with another penalty, so that's 16 seconds that he is getting in this race. And an onboard for Iraq Lobster. We can go on.
And I've also put a prediction out as well. Will we see Iraq Lobster's tyres last?
How have you done that? We've still got the other prediction.
Oh, there was no prediction there.
It was. We see a safety car, and it's just about to finish. But we can't put another prediction in until that's done. Unfortunately, 35 seconds. I'm just going to put 55% saying yes, and 45 saying no. You can't do it until you have.
Oh, there's yellows.
Oh.
There's yellows.
Oh.
Fish, Peanuts around.
Oh, not again. He done it last week. He's dropped himself down into P8. 2 seconds behind. We're going to jump back on board with Iraq Lobster. 5 seconds, Dynasty. 3 laps to go between Thunderballs and Iraq Lobster. We could have a finish on our hands here. Please do not change the prediction because have you? Did you pay it out? Or did you delete it?
Yes, I did.
You paid it out?
I deleted it. I returned the points.
Look at that. Will Iraq Lobster's
That's all right.
Hold on for P1.
4.7 seconds is the gap. We have 3 laps remaining.
How dare you delete my prediction?
Oh, there's yellows. That is Sick Party in the wall.
Oh, he's in the wall and he's round. That's so unfortunate. We don't know what's
He's lost his wing as well.
Oh, no, he's going to be re-entering track and he's going to come right
Look at that, David into P6.
I know, he's done phenomenal. After such a bad Q2, he's into P6. Teammate in P11 at the moment. They've still got an opportunity here. 3.8 seconds. I think Thunderballs is going to get Iraq Lobster here. He has got 3 laps to do it, and it's at 3.8. He is really going to have to get a move on. He's dropped Edge by 4 seconds. So
yeah, those tyres are absolutely screaming by now. He just needs to hold on for the next. Yeah, you can see the McLaren right in the distance there. Yeah. Can Thunderballs get back on the top step of this podium? And you see David in P6 and Paul and Hell's up to P10 now as well. So both the Red Bulls being knocked out in Q2 have brought them back up to the top 10, SJ.
Yeah, 2 laps to do it in 3.2 seconds. If he gets a pen, it is all over. And Thunderballs has got a massive opportunity to take P1 here. This is a great battle. We've seen this happen before. We saw Datura, aka Iraq Lobster, struggle in Bahrain. It was a difficult night for him. Still got some good points. But Thunderballs has been very good. White Wolf is now making his move on J-Man. They're having a nice little battle there for big points. P4 and P5. The Haas and the RB. It doesn't look like White Wolf is going to be able to catch Edge. It looks like the top 3 are in the home run. But here we go. 2.5 seconds. Iraq Lobster, 49% EOS. Those tyres are going to start to hurt. He is going to be on lap 8. On soft compound tyres, it's getting close. This is going to be a close finish, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got your popcorn, if you've got your hot chocolate, start using it or start eating it or getting it ready because it is going to get very, very spicy very soon. And I think Thunderballs is going to get this. He's 1.9 seconds behind. He's pulled in a massive gap. I think it's too late. I think this is Thunderballs for the win. But the question is, Dynasty, it's all right following. It's even more difficult to overtake.
Yeah, it certainly is. Iraq Lobster will probably save the battery, I would say. Being on those 7-lap, 8-lap old softs, Thunderbull should catch him. He didn't really take off that much time that lap. So it's going to be a last lap dash, I think. And I was just going to mention that both Sick Party and Peanut did come in to repair their wings, respectively. So both drivers are losing their wing on the same lap. So they're down in P14, P15 after having a really good qualifying session.
Yeah, really unfortunate for the Williams tonight. Sick Party looked like he was up for a top 5 finish and then had that incident and spun and hit the wall and pushed himself down to P14. Obviously, will get P13 because Chevy Wolves does have that penalty, but it's going to be interesting.
Oh, Iraq Lobster spun! He's off the track! He's into the dirt!
Oh my god, drama, drama, drama. Ladies and gentlemen, is it puncher?
Those tyres are done. Those tyres are done. It potentially is.
I think does he have a puncher? Nope, doesn't look
We'll
like
find out if he's sliding. If he slides in the corners, it is a puncture.
No.
Hold on.
But he could
It
lose
looks like he's just
here.
Yeah.
He could lose.
Yeah, no, he's definitely gonna lose P3.
He's gonna lose P3.
J-Man's on those newer softs as well.
Ooh.
He will get caught here.
8
Those
versus
tyres
5.
will be cooked. He's touched the grass.
Ooh. He's got a lot of ERS Thunderballs. 6.6 seconds out in front. This has gone to plan for McLaren. 4 Thunderballs. Not so much for Chevy Wolves, though, who has had that penalty, but he's trying to get as many positions as he can down there in P13. Just got to take his time and get that car across the track. Do not get any more penalties. The question is, though, J-Man and White Wolf could knock Iraq Lobster down to P5 down here after such an interesting night ahead that we've had. And yeah, here we go. As J-Man is getting ready to make the move. Oh, he gets very close to the rear of the Aston Martin. And then he puts him through the bus stop chicane instead of overtaking him. But J-Man, does he get the move? I think he's going to wait for the DRS, and White Wolf and J-Man will just use each other as the slipstream and take Tutora here.
Either side, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Shake and bake.
So
Shake and bake.
Who will get the podium then? J-Man or White Wolf? Who do you think will get the last podium here?
J-Man.
Or can Iraq hold on? That is a real question. He's in the hot lap. He's burning everything. His red light fuel's flashing as well. So could we see him run out of fuel as well come the end of this lap?
J-Man's
He's
going
burning
for it.
everything to stay in front.
He is.
I don't think
he's got enough. No, he's not. Not in Sector 3. Remember that Sector 3 is the biggest toe that you can get. J-Man can get him here. The thing is what is the corner ability? What's the durability like around these corners? You know, he's coming into no name now, and he's getting very close. J-Man needs to be able to stay with him. White Wolf.
That red light. Red fuel light as well.
Yeah,
red fuel light is still flashing.
Is it going to be enough though? Because J-Man's not got no fuel light flashing. No one else has. I'm just keeping on board with this at the moment. J-Man is really going to go for the move. He goes for the outside. Doesn't get the move done. Ooh, better tyres. He goes around the outside. J-Man gets the job done. Well done. Is Iraq Lobster now going to lose out to White Wolf? How much has White Wolf got? 52% against 45. White Wolf goes onto the curb, onto the grass as well. Is he going to get the job done? Here we go, because Iraq Lobster is going to come back at J-Man on the right-hand side. He goes off the track.
Oh, he's off track.
He's got a 3 seconds. Do not fight it. You do not need to fight it. We're going to jump on here. We've got a yellow flag. Chevy Wolves has lost it. No, we're going to go back on top.
He's back going again.
Wins the race. Edge into P2. J-Man into P3. Iraq Lobster is going to lose here. But how many positions is he going to lose? Is David going to be able to catch him? And David and China are going at it for the final finish. As David does get across the line. Iraq Lobster does finish in P5. David finishes in P6. China in P7. Fish in P8. Paul and Hell P9. Good finish there for the Red Bulls. Woofer in P10. Terry Tibbs in P11. Brainy in P12. Chevy Wolves has lost it at the line. That's unfortunate, and he's going to drop all the way, probably even further, because Sick Party's just right behind.
P15, I think.
Yeah, P14, just in the points. Or he could be in the points. We're just seeing Peanut now coming across the line.
Peanut will get him.
Nope.
Oh, no, he won't.
Lou just gets.
He holds on to P14.
The points there.
But he's also got that 10-second hovering over his head, so he'll go down to P15 and
maybe
P15, which is
could
good.
Be P16. No, he
won't.
Pay me my money. There you go. Pay him his money, Dynasty.
All right, I will pay it out right now.
Ladies
And that
and
was
gentlemen,
a
what a night. What a night of racing. Drama for a rat lobster. That will be a question for the TP. That will be a question for the engineering. That will be a big, big question for the whole Aston Martin team there, Dynasty. Was that the strategy? Did they pit too early? Did those tyres go off? Would he have been able to hold on with the ERS? That is going to be the biggest question tonight as Thunderballs does take the win, edge into P2 and J-Man into P3. Big points for Haas, big points for Merck, but big points for McLaren after a dominant performance from Edge last week in Bahrain.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely the wrong time to box for those soft tires. Way too early, way too early, especially in a 35%. He probably didn't realize that because obviously the soft tires can push 10 in a 50, but they'll be absolutely cooked. So in a 35%, yeah, you'd be absolutely kicking yourself. That was definitely going to be a podium if he chose to stay out for just a little bit longer.
Yep.
But no, it was a good race overall.
Given my driver of the day is going to J-Man.
Mine is going to the Red Bull in David.
Okay, all right. So we're going to have a poll vote now. So I'll let you do this poll. We have a vote between David and J-Man for driver of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So please put your votes in. Do not be biased. Please be neutral, and we will give it. What do you reckon? 10 minutes? I think 10 minutes is enough. I think we'll give it a little bit of a longer duration to see who comes in with the votes. Yeah, are you happy with that?
Yeah, we can do that. So
I'll let you
get
do that.
a
We're going to have a
poll
poll
up and running.
I'm just going to put a quick message into the comments, guys. Driver of the day is between J-Man and David. Get your votes in. Right. Do we have the top three in? Okay, awesome.
For some reason, I am not finding the poll.
It's on Twitch. It says manage poll. And then it's due.
I am not seeing it.
Oh, that's it. You get rid of that. New poll. I'll do it. 2 seconds. Hang on. There's an error.
That's right.
D
I'll
O
get
T
started
D
on
J.
the podium interviews.
Yep.
If you want,
I'll just
while we
change
get
my
that underway.
screen.
So we'll start with our P3 driver in J-Man. How you going, mate?
Oh, I'm doing great, man.
Yeah, you're Mr. Consistent. You're
Yeah,
on the
thanks.
podium interviews every week. Obviously, there was a red flag, so that wasn't really probably that beneficial for you. But coming into the second race, how did your confidence go for the start of it and toward the end? Was you feeling like a podium was on the cards tonight, or just walk us through the race?
Yeah, like I feel like I had the ability to go the whole way. Like it was gonna be a bit harder to win, but I just knew I could go for the podium, and I did tonight. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, no, brilliant effort. I'm sure your TP is absolutely thrilled with that effort as well. Getting on the podium, that's a really good achievement, and you're getting on the podium consistently, which is even better. But looking for next week, we're going to our first of the 100% races in Portugal. How's your pace there? Are you looking to be on the podium again? Can we maybe interview you for another week, or do you feel like it's not going to be the track that you prefer?
Well, listen, it's the one track that like practically no one really like knows the most because it's obviously not on the real F1 calendar. So everyone's gonna be a little bit off, but I mean, I'm gonna stay consistent and I'm gonna practice like obviously, and I do hope that I can get on the podium and even maybe on the top step.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good confidence though, going into next race, being multiple podiums in a row now. So obviously, I'll hand you over to SJ and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
Oh, J-Man. Obviously, round number 2 of this track, as you did it last night, and didn't go to plan, unfortunately. A few
Yeah.
incidents, few things that happened. We won't say too much, but we'll let the stewards hand that out.
Yeah.
And obviously tonight it was a very interesting night. Obviously, a red flag it gets it takes away momentum, and then you have to start again. And but very well in qualifying, very good in the race. How did you find it tonight? Did you find it quite difficult? It seemed that Thunderballs and Datura just had a little bit more pace, but unfortunately, it went a little bit wrong for Aston Martin on this strategy near the end of the race, and that's you managed to capitalise. How did it feel getting to the last couple of laps when you saw that Datura went off track and you had an opportunity there for a podium?
When I saw him like come up the track and I saw those cautions and I saw him like only like 1 second away from me, I was like, this is my chance. I gotta go for it. Like, so I went full in, and on that final lap, I made sure to wait for my opportunity, and I took it. It was a little bit of a risky one, it was a hard one, but I made it stick, and I am really happy with that. Just getting on the podium once again.
Yeah, we could call you Mr. Consistent Belgium. Couldn't we? Well, really, it's a great result for obviously for Haas. It's been a lot of work for Haas lately, obviously with the new driver of Cooper replacing Lee Simon. Not the best of nights for him. Obviously, very early on in qualifying, had a little bit of an incident, but I think he managed to get points as well, if I'm not mistaken. How are you feeling with the momentum that you're bringing in Division 6? Do you believe that you could take it to these guys at the top between Datura, Edge, and Thunderballs at the moment?
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. I'm just aiming to close that gap because there is quite a big gap, but like I'm looking to close in the next couple of rounds and get in there, get up and close, maybe like get on the top 3 and possibly win the championship. But we'll have to wait until the 21st round to see who's at the top.
Well, I'd like to tell you it's an absolute whitewash on Driver of the Day, J-Man. It looks like it's about to finish very, very soon. 10 votes to 2. 83% of the votes for you and for Driver of the Day. I know it's no points, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a
And
bit unlucky that they
yeah,
just changed that.
it is unfortunate, but no, a great job, mate. And look forward to seeing what you can do in Portugal on the track that you did say not a lot has been raced there. It's not on the Formula One calendar, but they still managed to put it on the calendar, but not on the official calendar. How do you feel around 100% of Portugal?
Well, 100%. I feel like everyone's gonna be a little bit nervous, but you just kind of have to be like ready for it. And I feel like I can be ready for it because I know it takes a lot of patience to go through. Like instead of this, see, we had like 15, 22 laps, and Portugal were going for like 70. So you got to be patient, choose the right moves, and get the right areas to make it stick, and just be patient. You got to be right on your strategy, be cool, calm, collected. Just keep it on the track, keep it cool. Don't mess up, and that's just a good result if you keep all those things in, in contact.
That'd be nice with a little bit of rain, wouldn't it, Portugal? That would definitely spice things up because that is a track that you
Oh,
do not want
definitely.
rain for, especially turn 1. You
Yeah.
slide everywhere. Well, anyway, congratulations, mate, on the P3 and for Drive of the Day. Well deserved, a great drive and a great drive at the end there. It's we've obviously without the 3 seconds for Tutora, that looked like it was going to be a good battle between you, Tutora, and White Wolf. So congratulations, mate. Look forward to seeing what you can do next week in Portugal.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
You too, mate. All right, we'll move over to our gentleman in P2 in the Mercedes in Edge. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good.
So how did your race go? So the first race, you looked to be in an incident, unfortunately coming out of Sector 1, but the second race, you looked like you kept it clean and tidy. You almost did the exact same thing. It appeared on the Williams in the second race, but actually you pulled out, which was lucky. But how did the rest of your race go? So you ended up in P2. Was you confident heading into the second main race, or was you a bit more nervous after the red flag?
No, look, I'll be honest. After the VSC on the first race, it did kind of, I feel like wreck me a bit. So I was just had to relax a bit, and I'm thankful that I have a really good TP in Pep who was able to sort of just calm the nerves, and we discussed the strategy going into the second race and was able to sort of reset. And it was very good that I was able to, because as we've seen, P2 again, so I'll take it. But yeah, today's actually just shown me that Pep's probably one of the best TPs out there, and I'm happy that I have him on my side.
Yeah, no, and looking toward next week, Portugal. How's your pace looking there?
I hate Portugal. I will say I hate it with a passion. It is one of my worst tracks. I will definitely be practicing a lot for that, and I think my team will help me out with that. But I've just not got a good history around Portimao.
Yeah, no, I think there's going to be a lot of similar people in the same boat. But now I'll pass you on to SJ and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
Edgemeister, how we going?
Good, man. It's good to speak to you again.
I don't want to give you too many compliments, mate. Your TP won't be able to fit his head through the door. But no, honestly, it's great seeing this battle at the moment at the front in this new division. It has definitely confused me, because I thought that we would see a lot of carnage, a lot of drama. We're seeing some great racing, especially at the top. Are we seeing a 3-horse race at the moment, or do you believe that there's a few other drivers there that can join that race?
You asked me this last week, and my answer stays the same. It's too early to call. You did ask me this last week as well, because you asked if it was between me, Thunderbolts, and Datura. It's still too early to call. We're only we're now a quarter of the way through the season. Anything can happen in regards to this one.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, that's fine. I'm going to ask you probably the same question again next week. You know, I've seen J-Man getting that consistent P3. He probably had one over you guys already, because he already done the track, so he had a little bit of a knowledge of the track, what it's capable of, and you know what you can do and what you can't do. And conditions were a little bit different to obviously tonight. Obviously, you had the wet conditions to deal with. How did you feel about the situation with Datura there going very, very early onto the softs? Was that a situation that you were looking at doing, or was the strategy just to go out as long as you can and then be on the faster tyre at the end?
I actually went softs to mediums, so my plan was to try to copy what I did with lap 1 in the first race and just trying to build my way up the gap, or build the way up the grid as much as possible. I did get stuck behind the RB, who defended very well, so congrats to White Wolf there. But I managed to slip past and escape from him, and just sort of set my sights on Thunderbolts and Datura there to try to catch up to them, both being the current people that I'm fighting for the championship. So I was just trying to reduce the point deficit, obviously starting in 6th, and I think Thunderbolts and Datura were 2nd and 3rd, so I had to catch up.
Yeah, no, definitely. We definitely see that you were in a mixed of a battle quite early on in the start of the race, and then obviously when pit stops started to change, it looked like it pulled away a bit, and the gap between obviously yourself and Thunderbolts was quite a big gap going obviously to the end of the race.
Yeah.
Going into next week, Portugal is one of those tracks where I will say it myself has won it, and I know what it feels like. It is a difficult track to race on, but this time we're doing it around 100%. So do you believe it's going to be patience here, because it's not a track that we've raced at, very, very similar to Vegas, and obviously conditions could be mixed, very, very similar to Belgium. Obviously, if you have rain here, it is deadly, especially going into turn 1. So what do you feel the strategy is going to be for you and your teammate next week with 100%? Because if you do lose the DRS here, or lose a little bit of time, you could be fighting an uphill battle the whole race. So what's the plan for Mercedes next week in Portimao?
You might need to talk to Pep about that one. He comes up with that in Dynasty. Those two will know what they're doing. I'll be here for the strategy. I'll be told what to do, and I'll listen, because as I mentioned before, Pep and Dynasty have been absolute champions when it's come to this, and I think they're the reason that Mercedes are where they are and why I'm doing so well compared to last season. Haven't retired yet, so that's the goal for the season.
Well, that's fine. If you want to keep it close to your chest, that's fine. It's understandable. I think it's going to take a lot of patience next week. It's the first 100% of the season, and it's a real big one, especially around a track which some people love, some people hate it. I think this is probably in sim racing for you and yourself, and you probably know this in your own right. This is probably one of the closest things you're going to get to the championship. You're in the driving seat. You're very, very close at the top. And it looks like it's going to be a great battle with the three of you, and maybe a couple more that some of their tracks might come up for them. So, no, congratulations on the P2 and the consistency, and great job.
Cheers, mate. I also want to point out this is the closest that Thunderballs and I have ever finished in a race this season so far.
There's plenty more to come. Plenty more to come. Only 15 more to go.
I know, right?
I love it, mate. I love
Cheers,
it.
guys.
I love it. I love it, Dynasty. I love seeing this battle between the Merc and the McLaren.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's a really good battle. And it's going to be probably going all the way to the very end this season. But we will move over now to our P1 of the day. And that is the man in the McLaren in Thunderballs. How you going, mate?
Great, lads. Great. Yeah, great. To start off, like, shout out to the team principal and the team at McLaren. Like, again, you guys help so much. I can't thank you guys enough. I know I tell you all the time, thank you guys, but yeah, genuinely, thank you. After last race, Edge said he had a secret weapon. As an American, I took that personally and was like, let's go find those WMDs, boys. And yeah, just tried to put the foot down and send it. And had a good race. Unfortunate what happened before the red flag. I believe that kind of ruined my race and Edge's race a little bit. After he got rear-ended, and I kind of straightened him out in the first chicane after Radeon. But yeah. Other than that, doing real good.
That's good to hear. But obviously got the win, which is really good to see. And moving on to next week, Portugal. How's you and your team looking there?
I think we're looking forward to it. Like, all of us are all like, this is our first 100% race. And we're going to work out the pace throughout the week and figure out what is going to be the best strat. And go from there. Like, it's a race, like you guys have said throughout, that not many people practice or do. So it'll be interesting. I know it's not one of my favorite tracks, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, no, good on you, mate. And I'll pass you on to SJ and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
SJ!
Thunderbirds!
Let's go!
Let's go!
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm not going to be biased too much in here because I don't want to upset people, but great victory, mate. Obviously, it was touch and go there with Datura, and that's probably one thing I want to talk to you about. And obviously, well, I would probably try and get Marzi in here if he does want to jump in, but if he doesn't, that's all good, no drama. Marzi, if you are hearing, you can jump in if you want. We can have a quick chat to you because we are coming up to the performance clause as well. But first of all, the situation between you and Datura went in very, very early on those soft tyres, and we didn't know what was going to happen before. Obviously, it did happen. What was your thoughts to that? Because it was pretty early, wasn't it? 4 laps on the mediums, or I think it was. Yeah.
I think he went lap 4 or lap 5, and
yeah, very early.
Tonight, before the race, I just did a little bit of a practice stint just to see how some things were going to go with one of my teammates at McLaren. And I started out on the softs in the practice, and they just deteriorated so fast. So when he went in at lap 4 or 5, I'm like, he's going to struggle towards the end. And yeah, that was the case. Like, towards the end of the race, I was going to have DRS on him. I think on the last lap, I was just eating away at his lead. And it's unfortunate that he spun. Yeah, it is what it is. It's just super unfortunate that he went out at the chicane after Radeon. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I would have much preferred to to go toe to toe with him.
Yeah. We're
To
just
be
gonna,
honest, and he just had so much pace.
well, we're going to come back to you in a sec. I'm just going to ask just a few questions to you, to TP, who has just jumped in the chat. Marzi, mate, obviously great job on Thunderballs there tonight. What was your thoughts to the situation that Tatora made going in on those mediums? Quite.
Marzi's not here.
Oh, is it? Am I talking?
I am here.
Oh, he is here. He is here.
No,
He is here.
I am here.
I'd say. Sorry, thanks. Thanks for jumping in, Marzi. Like I said, I'll repeat myself. Congratulations, obviously, on the win tonight for Thunderballs. Biggest question with Datora, obviously going in early on those medium tyres. What was the thought process going through, obviously, your head as a TP and Thunderballs? What was the thoughts there?
I wasn't really paying attention. I was more concentrating on pace of Thunder compared to Edge, who was on pitting a little bit later. I noticed Alright Lobster pitting early, which I thought it was a mistake. It was out, or maybe he knew something that we didn't. But I didn't think those softs would last for all those laps, which proved to be correct. The gap after Thunder Peter was about 8 seconds, and I said, "Listen, man, do your best. You know, you dropped Edge, who is behind you, and try and catch him. Do not get into unnecessary pushing, because you need those tyres at the end, and we'll see how we come." Obviously, that gap just kept coming down and down and down. And then, I know Thunder wanted to be a fair fight. He wanted to actually see if he can beat him on the track. Unfortunate for him that he had a speed in the gravel. But overall, I'm really, really happy with his driving, with his attitude to driving and to learning. So I couldn't be happier to be a TP of such a upcoming, fresh sim racing driver like Thunderballs.
Yeah, you can see at the moment he's definitely showing that he's got talent and he's quick, and it looks like it could be. I don't want to single anyone out here, but it could be a 3-horse race at the moment for this championship between Datura and Edge. And,
I wouldn't. Oh, it might look like it at this point, SJ, but there's some serious pace here. Like J-Man Diego, we can't count him out. I reckon we were all a little bit surprised with White Wolf putting it on the pole tonight. Unfortunately, he had a bad start, but he did have pace. Don't count the Red Bull guys either. So David is being some phenomenal driving in the last couple of races. So anything can happen, as we can see. Like Iraq Lobster usually is quicker on the low downforce tracks, I would say, like Spa, like Monza, and we've seen it. But I think it was just an engineering mistake tonight, and he paid the price for it. Dropped into P5, and for now it looks like it, but I think one bad race and it goes 5-horse race. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
From
definitely.
any one of these guys.
Yeah, definitely. Last probably question for you. Going into Portimao next week, it's the first 100% of the season. How are you feeling for the team itself in Division 6?
Well, the boys, everybody's saying like we didn't practice, we didn't drive it for a while. Everybody's sort of not liking the track and this and that, but I'm just trying to tell them that it is 100%. It's going to be a long race. Also weather infected, depending if it rains or not. So anything could happen. So we'll do our preparations as per normal. We'll do our laps and do our practices, prepare for everything and anything. So hopefully we will succeed and come out on top again. The team is keen, but we can't wait to just pass and get over Portugal, because after that I think some of these tracks that are coming up are so nice. And everybody's just looking forward to them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are liking the back end of the calendar instead of the front end of the calendar. But well, obviously those tracks are coming up, and some big big tracks, and some big points up for grabs, especially in round 15 and 16 with 2 sprints back to back as well. And you've still got the 100% around Austria and round 12 and Silverstone as well. So some really big track which is going to have some fantastic racing. But no, once again, Marzi, congratulations on Thunderballs for winning tonight. And we look forward to speaking to you next time. Unless Dynasty, you've got any questions for the McLaren TP?
I've not got any questions, but I just like to say well done on your team so far this season, mate. Obviously, everyone's running in sync, getting good points, and yeah, it's really good so far. Been on track with Evil Blade and Panic. They respect the space, and I respect them back. So, good effort with you guys.
Yeah, I'd like to say the same for Mercedes this year. They've been really on point. Pep has done a phenomenal job. Not to say that you didn't when you had the team, but yeah, like I said before, the Mercedes that you inherited after I don't know, I don't even know who it was, but yeah, that sort of dismantled half of them went to Aston Martin, and we know what happened after that. So you had a big job on your hands, but this year it's a different thing. Pep is a different opponent. Pep is looks like he's dialed in. He wants this as much as anybody else, or all the other TPs. I'm sure they all want to get up there and fight for the overalls. But yeah, like you said before, Dynasty, I think this is going to go down to the wire, to the last race between McLaren and Mercedes, and it's good to see. It's good to see. Well, we should be careful while saying this, because the other teams are probably up there as well, with Dito and David from Red Bull, another strong competitor. Can't leave out Watanabe and Kick Sauber as well. So let's hope it continues like it does, and yeah, let the racing continue.
Yep, that's all we want. Clean and perfect racing. As we've seen, it has definitely improved in this Division 6.
You have to admit that, I was just about to say that you have to admit that at the start of the season, when we decided to go ahead with the Division 6, we thought, well, we're going to have safety cars galore. And yeah, well, didn't turn out that way, did it? It's pretty clean. It's pretty. I know the guys are still trying to learn and putting as many races under their belt, and that's what they're doing. And I applaud every single driver tonight. They did awesome job. Nice racing. Jamie and Diego, I noticed your overtake on in Sector 2 down on Iraq Lobster. That was a great move. I was applauding him myself, to be honest. And yeah, it's great to see Division 6 really up and coming. And I think the TPs, the TPs that are coming for next year, they're going to have a hard time picking Division 5, because these players, these drivers that are in Division 6 now, we're going to have a smorgasbord of drivers to pick out from, honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep, definitely. Well, Marzi, thank you very much. Thunderballs, I know we kept it quite short, mate. I wish you all the best in Portimao. Congratulations on the win. It's great momentum going into Portimao. Enjoy the rest of your week. And let's go, McLaren!
That's it. Thanks, boys. And shout out to all the Twitch viewers as well. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, mate. Man, I love that voice.
It's like
you and
Batman,
everyone else.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is a sexy voice.
It's literally everyone.
It is a sexy voice. We've been going for 2 hours and 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. That is done and dusted. Thank you very much to everyone that tuned in tonight. Really appreciate it. Love the support. Sorry about the red flag. We could not have problems without EA destroying this game, but we still managed to come out on top and pull out some fantastic racing, which is always good. Thank you very much to all of our followers tonight. Bound 11111112. I wouldn't be able to do that again if I tried. Our Kenny and Dead Streamer, and also for the big hype train there from Panic with the 10 subs. Massive contribution there. Moldy Picklets as well. Sarah, Mrs. and Solders Gaming, and Amal Boy, who did follow us yesterday. And thank you very much for the cheers as well from Big Ash as well. Really appreciate it. And also to the resubscription from Bulldog. Really appreciate the support. Division 6 has been absolutely fantastic. No, yes, and well done, Plugger, for whatever you do in the background with your comments. Dynasty, summary of events tonight, mate. What a night it was. Qualifying was very interesting. A different person on pole position, but just couldn't hold that pole position going into turn 1.
Yeah, nah, it was absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I was surprised to see White Wolf put it on pole, but unfortunately, it just unravelled from there. But it's been some really good racing ever since round one. It's just improved week in, week out. We only had one virtual safety car in the first race, and that was it. So absolutely brilliant to see from going from pretty much maxing out the safety cars and 5 people getting wiped out to 1 or 2 DNFs or 1 DNF and unfortunately someone else not being able to join the lobby, which is not on their side. It's more of a game thing, but no, it's been brilliant.
Yeah, it has been absolutely fantastic. And just a few things to go before we go. Big up to our main sponsor, AI369. Feel free, if you want to get amongst it, feel free to click the messages in the comments. Also to our other sponsors as well, Pagnian, who have been very, very busy with the affiliate link. So if you are interested in sim gear, anything from Next Level to Moser to Track Racer, anything regarding a wheel or anything regarding sim gear, then feel free to message myself and I can give you the code. And we've also got SimLab as well, so get amongst that. And also our New Zealand only for New Zealand is Speed Nation. So if you want to get amongst all of their sim gear, then feel free to message me as well. Big up as well to the main man in the comms box, always on a Tuesday night, as Dynasty. Hopefully he will have the return of his loved one, Panic, in the comms box with him once again, as I am just filling in. So great to have you on board, Dynasty, and well done again.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks for filling in for Panic as well.
No worries. And I will not be with you guys until probably maybe next Wednesday or Thursday night because I am away. So you will be joined with some new different commentators that will be jumping in. So there'll be a little bit of a surprise on Division 1 next week, which is a big week. It's a sprint weekend for Division 1 round Interlagos at Brazil. We still have more racing with Division 3 to go tomorrow night with a bit of a surprise on the comms box in there. Person that hasn't been in the comms box for a while, so look forward to that. And then obviously we've got the reserve program on Thursday night. So please get yourself tick into any car. And if you are a reserve driver, get involved. It is an opportunity for you to get onto the track and see what you've got and what the TPs see what you've got as well, as they will be watching, and it will be around Belgium as well. So that is the rest of the action, and I'm sure that Division 3 is going to be fantastic. And we've also then got our podcast, which goes live on Friday morning. So get amongst that because we do have a special guest, not this week, but next week, as a new driver has joined a new team. Be interesting to hear what he's got to say about his new move. And also, one more thing, performance clause is going to be applied after Division 3 tomorrow night. So will we see some changes? Will we see some drivers be kicked out of seats due to performances? Or will we just see the same drivers? We'll have to wait and see. But once again, Thunderballs out on top. Is it a 3-way championship or is there more to come? Good night.
Yeah.